everybody, it's Bea here at Little Miss Bea Crafts again. I hope you're all well again today, and I'm just on today to show you something that I tried and failed miserably at. Was trying to do masked stamping. Now I think what it was that I either used a pigment ink and it didn't dry enough, or the masks that I used were these, and they weren't post-it notes. They were a kind of plasticky. They kind of I can't think of the word. It's like they stick, but they're not sticky, if you know what I mean. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think of, but so I was using these as a mask to put around these, and I wanted to do a background of this lovely peony stamp that I got from Papercraft Essentials, I think it is, magazine, that was free in the magazine, and I wanted to do a background, and then I wanted to do a spotlight of the flowers, and this was the background. But obviously, as you can see, it turned out it just didn't turn out how I wanted it to turn out. You know, there's bits of shadows. Even though I used a stamping position platform, these bits at the bottom are obviously very dark. Some of it didn't stamp quite well. These bits at the bottom have got bits of, you know, things on. So I just wanted to show you that I'm going to try and use this and make some more cards with it, and just to use it. I don't want to throw it away because it took me ages to do. It really did. And so I just want to be able to show you that even though you make these mistakes and you think, I'm going to throw that in the bin, it's awful, I just want to see if we can use them in some different ways, just to try and, you know, instead of us wasting our time. And because it took me about 20-25 minutes to do this background, and in the end I was like, no, this is just, I want to try and use this piece of background, and just to show you that please don't throw mistakes away. You know, we're going to try and use it. So this is the background that I am using. I just wanted to show you before I go ahead and actually try to use it in different cards. Okay, so that was the awful background that I actually did, and I'm going to try and make as many cards as I can out of this background. Okay. Hi everybody, so here is my first card. This is what I'm going to do with this paper. I'm just going to try and utilise it as much as I can to try and save. So basically what I've done is I'm going to do what I would call, I don't know whether it's called this, but a peekaboo card, where you kind of see a little bit of the pattern in your card. So I've got a 5x7 card here, and then I have cut, I've got another card and just cut it in half, and this is going to be the top layer. And then all I did was measure. So basically you're just going to see, I'm going to put the patterned paper in this bit here, and that's what you're going to see. So basically I cut a chunk diagonally out of the card. Okay, and then I've stamped it here. These stamps are in the actual with the free gift that you got along with the die. So you got, congratulations, if friends were flowers I'd pick you, thinking of you, happy birthday and thank you. So you got a lot of sentiments with it as well as the dies. You got 2 dies, and you got some leaves, and you got a layering peony, which is also what I've done. I've used my Catherine Pooler, and it was Tiki Torch and Tiara. So I've stamped that out already, and then I just, to match that, I'm going to put some strips underneath like that. So I just ran the Tiki Torch down to match that, to match my flower, and then I have done some leaves. So I've just fussy cut them out. I didn't actually use the die to cut this out because the die does leave like quite a white edge around it, so I just fussy cut that round. It's very easy to do. So I did that, and then I measured. I put the to cut that, I'd put the 2. I found out the best place to, and as you can see, it really does you just need a strip of that, and then it doesn't look as bad as it did with the whole card. So I'm going to do that, and I just marked out at the side, and I'm going to cut those. So just cut these on the diagonal. One's up to there. So yeah, so I'm just using bits of this card, this piece of this piece up that I've actually that I have got. I think it was up to there. And I'm going to try and use as much of it as I can in places, instead of throwing it out like I would normally have done. I want to try and use it up, and so there we go. So we've got that, and then all I'm going to do now is just stick that down onto there. Let's put my 2 pieces of orange card over it. Okay, so you won't notice it, you know, the flower's going to be up at the top as well, so that's going to go there. And then obviously I'm going to put some 3D tape onto these so that it's raised, so that's recessed and this will be raised up. That one on there, and then the flowers are going to go at the top. So I'm going to go and do that now, and then I'll come back and show you the finished card. So what I've done at the minute is I've put the pattern panel down the middle here, and then I have put the orange strips that I did on either side of the card here on the front, and then I've actually mounted my 3D tape, and I've put it in the middle as well so that it doesn't sag, because sometimes when you just put it around the edges this can begin to sag, so there's more support there in the middle. You could have put maybe you know, thicker tape, or you could put your fun foam or whatever, but so basically all I'm going to try and do now is stick this onto the front of the card. Okay, the side. I've put the sticky tape, and I'll cut all this, I'll cut this off when I've actually put it on the card, so that I know I'm not going to be kind of cutting it too short, or you know, it's going to be right on the card as well. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there we go. So I'm really sorry if you can hear somebody, it's my husband downstairs. Like I said, he's working from home while this is on, so yeah. So it's a bit, I'm just going to turn that around so when I can actually see the edge of the card. There we go. And of course, as usual, I've probably got glue on the top of it. So now I'm just going to open these up and cut them off. These bits that are sticking, actually sticking out. I'm just going to cut them off the side of the card. And there again. And then all I'm going to do is just stick the flower at the top and the leaves around it. And that is my card done. So that's used, you know, that's used a bit of the panel, and I've just cut 3 leaves. So yes, that's one of my cards. So quite simple to do, and you can see a little bit of the pattern there. Okay, and it doesn't look too bad. So that was my first card. So for this next card, can't get my words out, I've used the corner that was left up here, okay, and I've just cut that triangle bit off, and I'm going to create a banner to go at the back of this butterfly. Okay, so just move them out of the way. So that's what it's going to. What I might do as well is just cut it in the middle and just extend that a little bit as well. So that's what I'm going to do with this next card. That's my thoughts behind it anyway, so I shall come back and show you what I'm going to do. So these are the cards that I've made from the panel that was obviously I didn't like, that I didn't stamp very well. So this is the one that I showed you first of all. So this was just a slither of the panel. I'd call it a peekaboo card. You know, you can just see a little bit of there, so you can't see much of the mistakes on that one. And then I just added this stamp again. This was with the like I showed you, this was with the die set that you got in the magazine. You got the peonies and then you got the die. So yeah, so that was that one. And then I just kind of cut out different elements from it that looked okay. I didn't have much of it left at all. I had little bits of it left in the end. So for this one I've just added a butterfly. This frame was from a Craftwork cards and frames, and I just made it into a little tag, a section of it, so you can see there I just made it into a tag, that one. Just kept it really simple, black and white, and found a little thank you butterfly sentiment, again Craftwork cards, so I thought that was quite nice. This one, all I did was just cut a banner shape and just put it either side, and then put the butterflies in again. These butterflies are Stamped by Me butterfly. They're a layering butterfly, and I'm really liking these at the minute. I think they're really, you get 3 dies in there, yeah, they're just really nice. They layer up, as you can see the black one in the background. There's another one as well, so you get another layer as well, so you can see that layer. Yeah, and then you can see that it's quite dimensional, that card. Again, happy birthday, and just put a faux stitched around the edges just to finish that off. This one, again, I cut a die cut from the middle of one of the flowers. As you can see, the middle of that frame, the middle of this frame here, you got the middles as well, so I just inked in black, inked the butterflies up in black, added another butterfly, and then just cut out a die cut from that panel that I didn't, that I didn't stamp very well. Again, just put a little bit of a wonky edge around it to finish it off. And again, there's another lovely card. I've not put any sentiment on that one. If I need to, I can maybe put it there or put it there, and I'll put another one across the butterfly. So yeah, I could do that. And then with this one, I had kind of a panel, and I just cut them into strips. This is called a herringbone, and it's just different strips of paper. I've matched it up with kind of black, and then this paper here that I use, this is a Craft Consortium paper, and it was double-sided, so this was the other side of it. And then I just put With Love on the middle bit there with a white gel pen, and put a black pen around it just to frame it again. Yeah, so just cut strips of paper, and then you kind of put a main one, then 2 side ones, and then just build it up. And then I put some glitter in between. Use double sticky side tape to stick them on, and then you can leave a little gap, and then you can put the glitter in between. So yes, that was that one. So I've made 5 cards out of that panel that I didn't stamp very well. Yeah, and I think they're all different cards. So like you say, you can make tags, you could make a section of a card from it, you can do die cuts, make a banner. So yes, I hope you like those, and yeah, don't throw away those mistakes. Maybe cut them up and make other cards with them. Okay, but I will have another go at this, the stamping with the, with the, I can't think what they're called, with the masks. And we'll have another go at that, and maybe use a different ink so it doesn't smudge as much. Maybe use a dye ink. Maybe I used pigment ink and it didn't dry. But I'll have another go at that one and see what I can make from it. Okay, so thank you for listening again. Stay safe, and have a lovely day. Thanks for now. Bye.